Elite Facts presents
50 Random Facts You May Not Have Known, number 9.
50.
Eminem is commended in the 2015 edition of the Guinness Book of World Records for having the most words in a hit single, Rap God, totaling 1,560 words in 6 minutes and 4 seconds.
49.
In return for the international distribution rights for Interstellar, Warner Brothers gave Paramount a stake in a future South Park movie that may never even exist.
48.
Many modern passenger jets can flex their wings nearly 90 degrees.
47.
Gollum from The Hobbit: An Unexpected Journey had a whole skeletal and muscular system created using CGI.
46.
Colored toilet paper used to be really popular back in the 1970s, especially matching it to your bathroom decor. Doctors' warnings and possible damage to the environment affected sales so badly, companies stopped making it.
45.
When puppies play, young male dogs often let the girls win so as to entice the female to play with them.
44.
Urinals with flies painted on them were introduced in 2009 and have reduced spillage by as much as 80%.
43.
Blue corn tortilla chips are actually made from literal blue corn.
42.
A guy named Jack Daniels, whose parents named him to annoy their folks, named his first child Jim Beam after having his marriage officiated by Judge Johnny Walker. If they have a daughter, they intend to call her Sherry.
41.
A pineapple takes a year to fruit, sometimes 2.
40.
Twins create their own language unintelligible to others. This is called cryptophagia.
39.
Killer whales regularly defeat great white sharks in one-on-one combat.
38.
Napalm was produced in the same factory as Saran wrap.
37.
African elephants are being born without tusks due to poaching, according to researchers.
36.
Pablo Escobar's Medellin cartel made so much money that it would rank higher than Starbucks, Facebook, and Southwest Airlines on the Fortune 500.
35.
Using a hands-free device to talk on the phone while driving is shown to be equally or more dangerous than driving drunk.
34.
Hawaii holds the record highest low temperature of any U.S. state as well as the lowest high temperature of any state.
33.
Children born blind still smile. This suggests that smiling is not a learned response, but rather something that humans do innately.
32.
In 2016, it was discovered that Beyoncé's Empower Women clothing line was made by female sweatshop laborers working on less than 5 pounds a day.
31.
In 2013, it cost $289,500 a year to run a hot dog cart near the Central Park Zoo in New York City.
30.
When playing cliffhangers on Price is Right, the day's guest host called the climber Fritz, unaware that a prize model's husband named Fritz had gone missing in a climbing accident. When the climber fell, he yelled, "There goes Fritz!" The model fled backstage to cry for the rest of the show.
29.
When Bill Murray's character in Kingpin, Ernie McCracken, bowls 3 straight strikes in the final showdown, Murray actually accomplished the feat himself. The crowd's response is a genuine reaction to the actor's surprising skill.
28.
Gary Creeman, the founder of Match.com, had a relationship end because she found another man on Match.com. He said that was when he knew the site was a success.
27.
A startup in Japan run by a previous used car salesman is trying to save trees by making paper out of limestone. He's currently going up against stiff competition due to the currently well-established paper industry.
26.
Steven Spielberg returned to college in 2002 to finish his film degree. He submitted Schindler's List to demonstrate proficiency in an advanced filmmaking class. He was allowed to test out of the class.
25.
In the late 1980s, Weird Al Yankovic turned down $5 million to star in a beer commercial. He said he turned it down because he believed that a lot of his fans were young and impressionable.
24.
Freddie Mercury developed a vocal nodule but refused to get it removed because he didn't want to risk damaging his voice.
23,
British spies used semen as invisible ink during World War I, and this method was invented by Sir Mansfield Cumming.
22,
In 1978, Jefferson Starship had to cancel a German concert because Grace Slick was too drunk, causing the crowd to riot. They performed the next day, but she was so drunk that she groped female audience members and taunted the crowd for losing World War II. The following day, she quit the band.
21,
Scientists have recently discovered sharks that live in a volcano.
20,
The state of Wyoming has only 2 escalators in total.
19,
According to legend, coffee was invented by an Ethiopian goat herd named Kaldi, who noticed goats became more energetic after eating certain berries. When a local cleric tried to burn the berries, Kaldi pulled the beans from the embers and ground them into hot water, making the first cup of coffee.
18,
Part of the original Nintendo Entertainment System's limitations were due to the inability to utilize all colors from the available palette on screen at the same time.
17,
Peter Dinklage auditioned for Mini-Me in Austin Powers.
16,
There was a cartoon show, Dumb and Dumber. Why is this a thing?
15,
Yes, a tomato is technically a fruit, but so are peppers, cucumbers, corn, squash, etc. If it has seeds, it's a fruit.
14,
Heath Ledger was an avid chess player, having won the Junior Chess Championship in Western Australia at the age of 10. He was to perform and direct a chess movie based on the novel The Queen's Gambit before his death.
13,
Neither French fries nor hash browns from McDonald's are vegetarian or vegan. Both contain natural beef flavoring.
12,
In ancient Rome, members of different social classes were distinguished by their tunics. For example, plebeians wore tunics made of low-quality, coarse fabric, whereas patricians wore tunics made of linen or wool.
11,
The Statue of Liberty's full name in French translates to Liberty Enlightening the World.
10,
Bill Murray, John Travolta, and Chevy Chase all turned down the role of Forrest Gump.
9,
In 1982, there was a Turkish Star Wars that included ripped footage from the original Star Wars. It was so bad that 20th Century Fox never took any action against them.
8,
In 1994, Vincent Canari of Microsoft invented the Comic Sans font, based on the Watchmen and The Dark Knight Returns comics. The artist behind Watchmen, Dave Gibbons, called the font awful.
7,
Chicago is named after smelly garlic that once grew in the area.
6,
Jell-O shots were invented by singer and songwriter and mathematician Tom Lehrer as a way to get around alcohol restrictions in the military.
5,
Stevie Nicks and Lindsey Buckingham had a band before Fleetwood Mac, and they made Lola, which later inspired one of Fleetwood Mac's classics, The Chain.
4,
John Ratzenberger, who played Cliff on Cheers, has voiced a character in every single Pixar film.
3,
There are more Lego mini flags than there are humans on Earth.
2,
Not only does fire not burn in open outer space, without gravity it would hardly burn for long inside of a space shuttle.
1,
A brain freeze one experiences after eating ice cream too quickly is called sphenopalatine ganglioneuralgia and is caused by rapid cooling of blood being delivered to the brain, thus inducing a pain sensation.
Don't forget to like us and subscribe for more Elite Facts.